Hey guys, you're listening to Mad Chatter with D&E present The Essentials. And tonight we are talking about our favorite PS1 games. We're kind of rolling on a nostalgia kick right now. If you frequent the internet at all, then I'm sure you have seen the memes that float around, like, if you recognize this picture, and it's like a Nintendo 64, you had a great childhood.
Yeah.
Like, if you have half a brain, you should know what this is.
Right.
But it's everywhere. You know, people are like pumping us full of still shots of our favorite action figures and shows that we watched when we were younger, and just lots of things that bring us back to the 90s. So E and I have kind of been on that kick of just, you know, reminiscing and thinking about the stuff that really made our childhood special and the things that we think about. So you may see a string of this as we go forward with our essentials. But right now we're going to focus on PlayStation 1 games. Now, PlayStation 1 was very innovative. It really picked up the banner of disc games. It did a lot for the graphics in video gaming. Took us out of that cartoony just theme in general, where Nintendo was carrying everything with, you know, Mario and Donkey Kong and things like that, and it really carried us into like the darker games where you start to see horror games and real action-packed, you know, shooters and things like that. So we're going to honor PlayStation 1 tonight by talking about the 5 essential games that we think you need to play. So if you have never played a PS1...
Suspend your disbelief for 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's like the boat has probably sailed, so you will not get to play any of the games we're talking about. But, you know, maybe PS4 does a reboot on some of these and you get to download them as like free content or something. These, again, if you had the opportunity and had never played it, these are the ones that we think you need to play. So I'm going to just punt this now. I'm going to let E take it over, and he's going to give you his 5 essential PlayStation 1 games.
God damn. Man, I'm looking at my list, and I just realized that all of these are technically sports games.
Well, we'll say that they're on the list because they're innovative, I guess. I mean,
they're different sports games, but I'm just saying, it's like you could really break these down as all sports games, even Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
So,
racing
start
is
with that
technically a sport.
Yeah, like,
do we want to get into that debate?
Yeah, for another time.
Yeah. Put that to bed.
Yeah, I love this game, man. I love racing games in general. It was pretty cool. It had like a bunch of cars in there that I could never afford.
I felt rich.
Yeah, it was just a straight up racing game. But I also put Need for Speed 3 on here. That was a different type of racing game where it was like
a little more underworld, a little
screw
more
the track.
seedy.
I think they were really the ones that started like the police car chases, like down the stretch.
Yeah, definitely.
So I put that on there with a little Need for Speed 3 on there. Next, I have Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Little fringe from my demographic, but it was dope, man. Trying to do those ollies and those moves on there. That shit
Finding
was hard.
the hidden tapes.
Yeah, that shit was hard.
Those games.
That shit was dope, man. I liked it. Pretty cool because Tony Hawk was white hot back then.
Oh,
he
absolutely.
could do no wrong.
He was a celebrity. Like, he made skateboarding like relevant in every home in America.
Yeah, and right on the cusp of that was like those X Games and shit like that. So like he was the Michael Jordan of all that crap.
Yep.
So,
yeah, absolutely.
Next for me, I'm gonna go NBA Live 2000. This is a big one because it incorporated like the killer crossover, the Tim Hardaway one, not the Allen Iverson one. So you had a front crossover on there, and that was like, holy shit, son!
You could break ankles on a video game.
Yeah, and a little nostalgia. This is back in the day when NBA Live was actually good, and not the shit sandwich it is now.
NBA Live was where it was at, man. 2K didn't exist yet. NBA Live was what was up. That's all I played until like 2005.
Exactly. 2005 was a downfall. Madden 99 is my next one. The reason I put Madden 99 is because the graphics changed. They were like huge, and then they incorporated the juke move. So you can act like Barry Sanders, and
you could fake people out
and do the juke move and that stupid spin that was like 360. Next, I'm gonna go wrestling. I could have put a different array of wrestling games on here, but I decided to go WWF SmackDown, the original one. Kind of changed the game, changed the graphics, changed the gameplay. It was better. And then
lots of different match options and stuff that showed up on there.
Yeah, that's the one that started it all. I mean, they made like 12 after that, 12 SmackDowns after that.
Yeah, that was the banner game, though.
Yeah, that was the one. And then you could do the people's elbow. So
yeah,
I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Slow motion elbow drop.
Yeah.
Gets no better than that.
So what you got over there, D?
All right, man. I'm going to start a little campy. And I know we were talking about PlayStation, like, kind of, getting out of the campier games and not really banking on, the cartoony characters. But I'm going to go against what I said, and I'm going to run with some campy titles. The first one I'm going to go with is Crash Team Racing. Crash Bandicoot was a big recognizable character on PlayStation, but Crash Team Racing was basically Mario Kart for people that didn't have Nintendo. It was a lot of the same concept. You drove around, you raced different courses, you unlocked more courses, you beat records, lots of timed stuff. It was a ton of fun. Again, Mario Kart for people that didn't have Nintendo. Right after that, another really campy, cartoony kind of title, but was so much fun to play, was Spyro the Dragon. I loved that little purple bastard. Spyro was so much fun. Like you were this little tiny dragon. You flew around and you puffed fire at shit. And there was sheep just walking around. Like sheep were they're just the roamers. Like you could just go and mess with sheep if you wanted to. It was fun. It was a really simple story, real linear. Not a lot going on, but a ton of fun to play. I really enjoyed it. It's one that I always go back to. Now we're going to get into some of those darker titles that I was talking about, some of the stuff that really pushed PlayStation ahead of Nintendo and really started to pave the way for what video games were going to become. And I'm going to go with Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid was great. Your ability to just control a character in a realm and be able to maneuver around and be stealthy and put people in sleeper holds and wind them down and everything. It was so much fun. It was almost hard. I remember playing it for the first time and thinking that it was almost too hard for a video game. But that you mastered it and you became proficient at video games, and it was really fun. I really enjoyed that, and it really kind of set the standard for the games that would follow that. I'm now going to go to the horror genre of video games, which really came out of the PlayStation era, and I'm going to say Silent Hill. If you've never played Silent Hill, it will scare the living crap out of you. I was probably, 12, 13 playing it for the first time, and I didn't sleep for a month. That game just ran all over me. Absolutely. It was hard, it was creepy, you couldn't play it at night because it would just totally upset you. It was upsetting. It was beyond scary. It would bother you to your core. So I have to put that on there. I considered Resident Evil, but I never actually finished Resident Evil, so I only wanted to put games on here that I beat, and Silent Hill was my game for that genre. And to wrap it all up, my favorite game on any console of all time, still number one, and I know it fits in most people's books. I'm going to go with Final Fantasy VII. The Final Fantasy franchise is huge, and it spans multiple platforms over years and years and years, and it's a great game that's done so much for video games as a whole. But 7, as far as story goes, as far as characters go, as far as gameplay goes, it to this day is my favorite. Cloud is such a recognizable character. I absolutely love it, and it is, again, a huge staple to PlayStation 1 and set the tone for everything that they would do after that. Anything that came out I think 97 or 98, and everything after that is a result of what they did with Final Fantasy VII. So that is what you got, E.
No, I didn't bring up around that time. That was a time for cheat codes.
Oh, absolutely.
Everything had a
Game
cheat code.
Shark.
Yeah, you get the periodicals, the magazines, man. They had all the good cheat codes in there.
Up, down, left, right, X, triangle, circle, die.
Yeah, that shit was legit, man.
You got people you just put a cheat code so it's zero gravity. You're on Tony Hawk, just floating around the whole map.
Yeah, it's before downloaded content, man.
Yeah, absolutely love it. So let us know. I know most people our age, or most people, that were alive in the 90s played PlayStation 1 or anything after that. PlayStation 2, 3, we're all the way up there 4 now. But let us know what you think. What are your favorite PlayStation 1 games? Comment here on YouTube. Let us know on Facebook. Go on our website. Any platform you want to get to us on. We want to know if you agree with our list, what you would add to it, what yours are. Anyway, that's been our PlayStation 1 games. We will catch you later. Peace.